turnaround may be the greatest in the history of college football. From the Division I program with the most losses,
I just lost my last college football game,
to one win away from the sport's biggest prize. The journey started with the hiring of a culture-changing head coach.
It's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
It took steps forward with the program's first double-digit win season and a playoff berth.
A lot of us have had to prove that we belong.
It continued this season with a Big Ten title, the Heisman Trophy winner, 2 bowl wins,
I think we proved that Indiana is the new powerhouse.
and on Monday, the opportunity to play for the national title against Miami.
It's national championship. However, we got to make sure we play our brand of football.
Never daunted, the championship game starts now.
A flight to Miami always sounds nice this time of year. This one, though, is a business trip for Indiana football. Now arrived, settled in, and approaching kickoff when they will be playing for a national championship. Welcome to Never Daunted, the championship game. I'm Dave Griffiths. Glad to have you along for the ride, and what a ride it has been. But not done yet. The Hoosiers meet the Miami Hurricanes at Hard Rock Stadium Monday night for the title. Our Chris Widlick is following IU in South Florida and joins the show now. Hi, Chris.
Hey Dave, we love live TV. The IU team bus is just leaving their practice facility right now here at Florida International University, home of the Panthers and Conference USA, and alma mater of former Colt Star receiver T.Y. Hilton. Indiana running through a full practice here at FIU, running for just under 2 hours. Let's take a look. The Hoosiers getting the kinks out. That's what Coach Curt Cignetti was hoping to do. They do have a handful of South Florida natives, all happen to be working out in 70-degree temperatures. Hey, who doesn't, right? Defenders were Elijah Hardy, D'Angelo Pons, and Amari Farrell, as well as the Mendoza brothers, our South Florida natives. Fernando realizing what's at stake on Monday against Miami and will rely on what's gotten him this far.
My superpower is not my athleticism. It's not, the physical traits. It's really being efficient and having a great cerebral mind for playing quarterback. And I would say he's been one of the great mentors of myself on how to really focus in on my mind and making sure that I'm at the best every single play.
We're still in our process, our preparation process, right? We all understand that. Obviously, the last 2 years, it's been a great story, right? And it's been fast progress, kind of surreal to some degree. It's a big story nationally. I get that, but that's separate sort of from our team mindset right now in terms of us physically being here and what our intentions are today.
Yeah, and those intentions are to have a solid practice. Sig told us usually the first workout at a bowl site is really uneventful and unimpressive. We'll see what he says a little bit later. Well, we do know South Florida produces some of the best football talent year in and year out, so it probably comes as no surprise that the new Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza is the latest star to call Miami home. The folks at Christopher Columbus High School could not be more proud. His head coach Dave Dunn helped instill that work ethic and fundamentals that have made him so successful. On Fernando's high school lunch breaks, he would watch film with his head coach just to get an edge on the field.
He's the same player today as he was back then, and that's what's made him so successful. He's very studious about the game, works really hard at it. He wanted to know everything about our offense, know everything we were going to have in that week. He literally was a young man that turned over every stone to get himself ready to play on Friday nights for us, and you can see he's doing the same thing to play on Saturdays for IU.
From what people see, obviously his football acumen is incredible, but off the field is almost as impressive, if not more so, than he is on the football field.
We might be voting for him someday. He's tremendous. When he was here, he organized the best turkey drive. He's heavily involved in the student activities, our Moss Honors Program. He's the ambassador you want to represent Columbus High School.
What you see at the Heisman Trophy, what you see after football games, what you see there is exactly the boy who used to run around our halls here. He was a man of faith. He was a very humble man. He was the guy at the end of all of our football games. The football team gathers together and we say a post-game prayer. Fernando used to always lead the prayer.
And to come full circle, his first pass at Columbus was a game-winning TD as a sophomore. And that happened after missing practice all week with a strep throat.
Yeah, I remember actually, funny enough, that high school team when I was a sophomore was filled with a lot of University of Miami talent. A lot of players who played at the University of Miami. And so I would say that, throwing that pass to Henry Parrish, who's a former player of Miami, it was a great feeling because you have so many senior leaders, and it's really just showed myself the way whenever I get to that leadership part, I'm going to try to become the best and really help the younger players grow and develop because they've helped myself grow and develop. And I think it's a really special part of Columbus. And that's why Columbus football is so successful.
And those Mendoza connections run even deeper at CCHS. His dad also played football at Columbus and was a prep teammate of none other than Miami head coach Mario Cristobal.
When you go to Columbus, that brotherhood is extremely strong. You see that everywhere you go, especially in town, you run it. But we have crossed paths before, and certainly he was an excellent football player and has become such a prominent member of the community down here.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Christopher Columbus High School actually has 7 graduates, coaches and players involved in Monday's championship game, and the high school plans on holding a watch party on the high school football field to check things out, knowing whichever team wins, Christopher Columbus High School wins as well. Dave, back to you.
Thanks, Chris. The Heisman Trophy winner has been particularly stellar for Indiana in their 2 playoff games. 31 for 36 passing, 369 yards, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yes, that is more touchdowns than incompletions against both Alabama and Oregon. Helps when you have a stable of receivers locked in and listening to Coach Curt Cignetti's advice to block out the noise.
Since the Big Ten Championship, I deleted Twitter each week just because I try to really embrace what he's saying and not really worry about what everyone else is saying. But just a daily process of listening to what he's saying and then really believing in it.
ESPN was talking about the national championship, and I just went over to the monitor. I turned it off because I was like, we don't need to hear this. We try and eliminate all that. Whether it's good or bad. We don't need to hear the talk about us. I think that's kind of the messaging throughout the team.
Well, coaches will tell you turnover margin is as good a single stat as there is to point out the winner of a game. So it should be no surprise 15-0 IU has led the nation in it this season. And over 2 playoff games, they haven't turned the ball over on offense, but have taken the ball away 4 times on defense, while the offense scored touchdowns each change of possession. Complimentary ball and a short memory.
You took the 24 hours after the Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl, to enjoy it, and you're on to the next thing. I think that's why we just keep moving forward. We're not satisfied with anything. We just want to earn more opportunities to play with each other, earn more opportunities to prove ourselves as a team and as individuals. And I think that's just how you got to keep moving to be successful.
Indiana's run to the national championship is providing what will be lifelong memories for Cream and Crimson fans, including the voice of the Colts, Matt Taylor, and his father. That's Story Plus. He was a Hoosier with the Colts, but Edgerrin James is a Hurricane at heart. The Horseshoe Ring of Honor member shares his thoughts on Indiana-Miami next on Never Daunted, the championship game. Back on Never Daunted, the championship game, the University of Miami has produced several Colts legends. Reggie Wayne came to the Colts in 2001 and played more games than anyone in franchise history. Edgerrin James arrived in 1999. He still holds the Colts rushing record. Our Chris Widlick spoke with Edge this week down in South Florida.
The team that's most disciplined is going to be the team that has the upper hand, and it's going to be a great game. I don't think it's going to be a lopsided game like people were expecting. You have 2 teams that really have great players, and it's just a matter of who makes the fewest mistakes.
Now, we know what it would mean for Indiana to win its first national title. They've been down for so long. What would it mean for Miami to get what, number 6?
Yeah, we need that. It's been 20-something years, and with all the talking we do and all the bragging we do on our school, we need it. We need it better than Indiana.
No doubt the Canes know how to talk, and they've had reason to do so over the years with 5 national titles in their school history. Iconic coaches and players have led the way, most recently in 2001, a team some argue to be the greatest in college football history. Now, 24 seasons later, the Hurricanes are back where they feel they belong. They sure weren't as dominant as those teams of old, barely sneaking into the college football playoff. But wins over Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Ole Miss have Miami's sights set on title number 6. They have what could be a major advantage, too, playing the game in their home stadium.
It'll be interesting, being in a different locker room, being on the opposite sideline of the one that we're usually on, and then obviously wearing white jerseys in our home stadium, which I like the white jerseys better. I think they look super dope. But again, at the end of the day, it's still the same field, still, I mean, the same game of football that we've always played. And it'll be super cool to have the opportunity to play in Hard Rock.
Having a mentality to get to the quarterback and nothing can stop us because it's the playoffs. I mean, you can't lose in the playoffs because if you do, you go home. And it's just the attention to detail we have in practice and the mindset and the motivation we got just from being in the position we are.
I got a pretty good team over there, too. Our team coverage in South Florida continues as we return now live to Dan Spieler, making the trip along with thousands of Hoosier faithful this week. Hey, Dan.
Hey there, Dave. What an incredible vibe here on South Beach on a Saturday night. They've got a concert going on nearby for football fans on the beach, and we ran into a lot of Hoosier fans out on the beach and out and about town tonight who are so excited for this championship game on Monday night. Saturday on South Beach, full of flavor and flair, and also full of football fans here to see their Hoosiers win a national championship.
All the excitement with all the people and watching the game.
How cool is this?
It's unbelievable. Never in my wildest dreams would I ever imagine that we're playing for a national championship in football.
We ran into IU fans out on the beach. This isn't bad, huh?
No, there's a lot worse places to go to than South Beach. We haven't been mistreated by any Miami fans yet.
That's good.
We'll see how long that lasts, but so far it's been great.
And for some IU fans, Saturday's Media Day was a great opportunity to see the team up close and even get some autographs and pictures with the players.
We got a picture with Elijah Surratt. He was really nice.
What's this been like?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's such a cool environment. Love being here.
Now they'd love to see their team win a national championship.
Never in my lifetime did I ever think we would be at a national championship game for football.
Oh, so exciting for all of those IU fans who got a chance to see the players up close today on Media Day. You know, we've seen IU fans here who live here in Florida. We've seen IU fans who live in Indiana half the year and live here half the year. We've seen others who've come down here on vacation and had vacations planned even before this game, before we knew there'd be a game here, and they're just down here anyway. And yes, in this big and bustling city, we've also run into a lot of people tonight who've asked, 2026 championship? What's that? And didn't even know that there's a football game going on here in Miami on Monday night. So you see a little bit of everything here on South Beach. Reporting live in Miami, I'm Dan Spieler. Dave, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. Plenty more still to come, including a former Hoosiers wide receiver and current Big Ten Network host breaking down the matchup. Never daunted, the championship game. We'll be right back.
Back on Never Dawned of the Championship, I'm here with a former IU player, Rhett Lewis, now Big Ten Network, NFL Network. What don't you do?
A few things here and there, but this has been probably the most rewarding over the course of the last, 15 years I've been in this business. Yeah.
Did you ever think in your lifetime we would get to this point that IU's unbeaten, #1, playing for a national title?
I would say hopeful, of course, right? But realistically, I think that was hard for anybody to fathom, considering where we were when I was there, winning 16 games in 5 years, and now coming to a spot where they're going to win 16 games this year and become the first college football team to ever win 16 games at a national title. And I think if memory serves correct, if that happens, Indiana will then have the most recent undefeated champion in men's basketball and in football, which is kind of a crazy thing to say.
You know this team fairly well. What's the magic that Curt Cignetti brings? Everyone's trying to dig into, how has he done it in these last couple of years?
Well, I think it starts with a blueprint and then conviction and belief in that blueprint. And that's something that he's had and built over the course of all of his head coaching stops. And I think those are beliefs that were forged, in part from some of his other influences like Nick Saban in Alabama. And then he's become elite, in my opinion, at 3 things: evaluating the players that he needs to execute on that blueprint, developing players so that they get better, not only year over year, but week over week, and then his messaging. Everything is deliberate. He's not just spouting off when he steps onto the court at Assembly Hall and says Purdue sucks. That was something that was deliberate because he felt the fan base needed to generate that belief. and he speaks to the media, to his players sometimes through the media with his messaging. He's been really good at setting the expectation and motivating through expectation, which I think has been pretty cool. He's got this team eating out of the palm of his hand.
Oh, he does. He's got a lot of Nick Saban in him. You mentioned that.
No doubt.
Okay, talk about the matchup with Miami. 8.5 to me is a lot. I think this is a tough game. I think Miami might have an advantage up front. Give me your take.
Yeah, look, I think that's certainly part of it. This has a final boss feeling for Indiana, where they've conquered really good offensive and defensive lines on the line of scrimmage in each of the last 3 games, going back to Ohio State, Alabama, and then Oregon for the second time. I mean, there's first-round picks up and down that group on the defensive side of the ball, and Indiana's offensive line dominated. And so I think that they are up to the challenge, but this will mark probably the biggest challenge yet. I think they're so good they don't have to do a lot of movement, and especially on the defensive front, they can just kind of let those guys go. So I'll be curious to see how Mike Shanahan and the offensive staff, try to protect Fernando while still maintaining an edge in the run game. And then on the flip side, when Indiana's defense is out there, look, stopping the run has been a calling card for Brian Haynes his entire career, and that's been no different in Indiana. If they can do that, I think they'll force Carson Beck into some of the mistakes we saw when they lost 2 games during the regular season.
Yeah, Miami's strength certainly is the running game.
Yeah.
In the end,
Yeah.
what would it mean to IU and the unbelievable alumni out there to get this thing done and complete maybe the greatest turnaround in college football history?
Well, I think you'll talk about this team as the greatest team in college football history. And I think the thing that will resonate is that this team played for each other. They played together, and they played with discipline and toughness and poise better than anybody in any team that I have seen since I started following college football. But for Indiana in general, I mean, it means that everyone who lost games and dealt with losing seasons and the frustration of not finding consistent success and laid a little bitty brick. I mean, the bricks that I laid were really small, but they added up, and they share in a piece of this success because they've been a part of it, and I think that's really special.
Thanks for the time, and go IU, right?
Let's go.
That's Rhett Lewis. More on Never Daunted coming up right after this timeout.
Our quarterback will tell you it's because of the running game. It makes him look really good, and he would be the first one to tell you that. And these guys are really they really kind of help each other out. They don't mind who's getting the reps. They can't wait to get in the game because they want to make the big play. They want to help this team win, and there's no selfishness what I see with these running backs, and I'm just so happy to see those things.
It's no surprise, Indiana's all-time leading rusher, Anthony Thompson, likes the Hoosiers' running game. And why shouldn't he? They're averaging more than 200 yards on the ground every game. Back to South Florida we go now to rejoin Chris Widlick live. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Dave. We've held interviews all week long with IU grads, former Hoosier football players, and longtime season ticket holders absolutely thrilled with this brilliant season. One longtime ticket holder is enjoying this ride with his son, who normally wears blue on Sundays.
Covers 16 yards.
There's no question to Matt Taylor's allegiance on Sundays in the fall.
Touchdown, INDY.
But as for Saturdays, it's always been the Indiana Hoosiers, thanks to his dad, Jeff.
I remember being a football player myself, playing in the CYO. We'd wake up and we'd have CYO practice at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then we would get done with that, and then we would roll down to Bloomington to catch a noon start in the Big Ten.
Jeff began following the Hoosiers as a kid, delivering newspapers, always checking the box scores of the '67 Rose Bowl team. He's had season tickets for 35 long years, sticking with IU through thick and thin.
We'd sit up there, Purdue would be kicking our butt. We always said, if they ever make it to the Rose Bowl, we're going. It only took 50 years, but I got to go.
And he was able to see the victory in person at the Peach Bowl, too. This time with Matt, since the Colt season was over. A special moment for both of them, and about 70,000 of their closest friends.
We drove down to Atlanta. You pull off the interstate, every rest stop, every gas station, there's 3 or 4 or 5 IU cars there, and everybody go Hoosiers, go Hoosiers.
It was incredibly special. It was probably like the best moment we've ever been able to share watching IU football together, because it was probably the biggest IU football crowd in the history of the program.
Matt and Jeff watched the Hoosiers celebrate at the final gun, unlike a lot of the games they went to in Bloomington, where Jeff liked to leave early. Listening to games on those car rides home helped lead Matt to where he is today behind the microphone.
Just listening to how guys would paint the picture using my imagination and using the theater of the mind, like that's how I got really interested in, wanting to do play-by-play, is driving home from a game, listening to a game with my dad.
And Matt will be with his dad again on Monday in the stands here in Miami, cheering on the Hoosiers.
To be able to now enjoy the whole thing at this level with my kids and daughters-in-law and best friends, it doesn't get any better.
The theater of the mind. You got to love it. Now, likely Matt would probably be calling a Colts playoff game. I imagine he might rather be doing that, but making memories with your dad cannot be beat no matter what you're doing. By the way, the Indiana Hoosiers football team will hold a closed walkthrough tomorrow, typical game week before the big contest with Miami on Monday night. Dave, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Key matchup to me on Monday night. I'll defer to Rhett Lewis from the Big Ten Network, who we heard from before. It's Indiana's offensive line against Miami's defensive front. The Canes' 47 sacks this year are the most in college football, so that rush could certainly disrupt IU's offense if it's clicking. But it could be that run game that Anthony Thompson was talking about to slow down the rush. And I'd be remiss not to mention the team with the second most sacks this year is Indiana with 45. So Miami had better watch out for the Hoosiers just as well. That'll do it for Never Daunted, the championship game. For Chris Widlick and Dan Spieler, I'm Dave Griffiths. Will it be a first national title for Indiana, or will Miami add to its rich history with championship number 6? We will find out together Monday night. Go out and enjoy it, everyone.